I want to take a moment to appreciate the liberals that show up in my comment section. Not because they make good points. They do not make good points. I want to appreciate them the way you appreciate a toddler that walks up to a chessboard and just starts eating the pieces. You know, there's bravery there. An unbothered confidence that is genuinely awe-inspiring. My personal favorites are the one-word responses. Just, nah. That's the whole comment. Nah. I spend hours researching, sourcing, cross-referencing, and producing a piece of content, and the liberal response is, nah. No counter-argument, no evidence, no citation, just nah. Like they showed up to a gunfight and brought a post-it note that says, I disagree. And then there's the sources comment. Oh, the sources comment. This one genuinely delights me because the person typing it has apparently never heard of the device that they're typing it on. You're on the internet. You are literally holding the entire accumulated knowledge of human civilization in your hands. Google is free, Bing is free, the library is free if you know how to get to one of those. The sources are available to anybody who possesses the combination of opposable thumbs and a third-grade reading level required to look them up. The sources aren't hiding from you. You're hiding from the sources. There is a difference. But my absolute favorite of all time, the comment that lives rent-free in my head and pays no utilities, is, that's just the definition of conservatism, as if that's a rebuttal. As if I presented an argument, laid out evidence, made a case, and the devastating counter-argument is, yes, and that's like responding to a chef who just cooked you a 5-course meal by saying, that's just the definition of food. Correct, astute, completely useless as a thought. Now, I've got to talk about the media situation because this is where it gets really rich. These people who get their information from CNN, which I've been calling Clinton News Network for years and I'm not stopping, and MSNBC, which I decided that it's going to stand for misinformation spread by narcissists, brainwashing, credulous. These are the people who nod along to Anderson Cooper explaining what conservatives actually believe, as if Anderson Cooper has ever met one. These are the people who watched MSNBC tell them for 3 years that the walls were closing in, and then the walls didn't close in. And they just kept watching. That's not journalism consumption. That's a parasocial relationship with people who are failing them on purpose. And then I've got to address the Onion situation. Because it's happened. Multiple times, real human adults have shared Onion articles as evidence in political arguments. The Onion! The satirical publication that has been writing fictional fake news stories as obvious comedy since 1988. The website that once published the headline, "No way to prevent this," says only nation where this regularly happens, as a joke about American politics. A headline these same people shared as factual news stories. The Onion's entire business model is being obviously fake. They're not hiding it. The word satire is not in small print. The jokes aren't subtle. And yet, here's the thing that I genuinely want these people to understand. And I say this with as much warmth as I can muster for someone who just typed nah at me. You deserve better than what you're being given. The politicians who told you Trump was a Russian asset, they knew. The media that told you the laptop was Russian disinformation, they knew. The commentators who told you the walls were closing in every week for 4 years, they knew. They weren't confused. They weren't making honest mistakes. They were managing you. They were telling you what kept you engaged, what kept you angry, what kept you donating and sharing and showing up. and they got paid very well to do it. Trump derangement syndrome is a real clinical adjacent phenomenon. And I say that with more sympathy than my tone suggests. When you've been told by every media source that you trust, by every politician that you support, by every celebrity that you follow, that one man is singularly the cause of everything that's wrong in the world, your brain starts to organize around that. It becomes a framework. It becomes an identity. And when someone challenges the framework, the response is not engagement. The response is nah. Because engaging with the challenge would require examining the framework. And examining the framework is uncomfortable. And nobody on MSNBC or CNN prepared you for discomfort. So do the thing that they told you not to do. Turn off the television. Go look something up. Find a primary source. Read something written by someone who disagrees with you and actually engage with the argument instead of typing sources at it. Think for yourself. It's free. It's available. And I promise the world makes more sense when you're doing it. And when Anderson Cooper isn't doing it for you. That's all I've got today.